And a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that beautiful Giants logo there. We are tonight's entertainment. I am Steve. I'm on the bottom. Holy shit!
You
All
are a
right,
good bottom boy.
I got Timmy right up here. I
up?
got Keith right up here. Oh, this is like I'm doing the yes thing, Timmy.
There
Yes.
you go.
I was never a fan of that, but
Me neither.
yeah. What's worse, that or the what chant?
What? Without a doubt.
I thought I
Without
had
a
you.
doubt.
I thought
No.
maybe you were gonna. All right. So since we left you guys, we won another game.
What?
What? We were victorious. We won.
Love those Redskins.
Can we just play the Redskins every week? So that's our second game against the Washington football team and our second victory of the year. We'll get into that and a whole lot more. I do want to toss it over to Keith to talk a little bit about coffee. As I share the show.
Coffee, as in I don't have any. I need to buy
I ain't got no coffee. I think I'm gonna get a fix for that for you shortly.
I hope so.
Because
I love me some Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters. And I say it all the time. And if you guys haven't tried it, you're missing out. www.brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com. Go to the website, check them out. There is a whole array of flavors and coffees and wonderful, delicious things you can try. They do have a really impressive line of flavored coffees. My favorite is Cinnabuzz, and that's a part of the 50% more caffeine line. Another part of that line is Jacked Up Cupcake, which we like to call our friend Rodriguez, who could not make it with us tonight. Rodriguez, shout out to you. Jacked Up Cupcake, also part of the 50% caffeine line. Then there is one of the most popular coffees, which I don't know why, but it is the Dark Roast Dark Chocolate. It is a rich chocolatey flavored coffee. And the really good thing about this is it's so fattening. How many calories coming out? I forgot.
Settle.
Oh, wait, it's not fattening. There's also Winter Wonderland for you holiday freaks out there. Really delicious coffee. And if you don't like flavors, you're not left out. Medium roast is a delicious coffee also. I tried their non-flavored coffee. Sorry, guys. I'm getting choked up.
Don't vomit. It's going to vomit live in the air.
Yeah,
like that guy puke.
When talking about coffee, it's like so emotional stuff. You can try the 50% caffeine line, or you can try the medium roast coffee. But whatever you try, just go to Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters.com. It is really delicious coffee, and if you act now and use the code MASK-ON, all capital letters and numbers, even though there's no numbers in there, just use a capital number anyway. MASK-ON, you'll get your third bag free. But you're going to need to order 2 bags. So reach in those pockets a little bit. I know your arms are short and your pockets are deep. Just lean over a little bit, get down in that pocket, pull some money out, and buy that second bag so you get your third free with that code MASK-ON. www.brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com. From their roastery to your front door. You can see the mofo on your Ring doorbell dropping coffee on. You don't even need to touch them. He'll leave it there and you pick it up and then you spray Lysol on the coffee beans. No, don't do that. www.brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com. From their roastery to your front door. Check them out today. Trust me, you won't regret it.
I feel like I only said Seto one time.
You did. I took a little bit more of like a
when you choked up.
I got really upset. Oh Lord Jesus, help me!
Oh, speaking of oh Lord Jesus.
Oh no.
My drink for the evening. I went. The whiskey was too far away. We were already late, so I grabbed this.
He's drinking wine.
No, I'm not doing that. Don't do that to me.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus. This is chocolate peanut butter. Chocolate peanut butter porter. And it's actually pretty. I was skeptical of it, and it's pretty damn good. It is.
But it sounds like one of those you can have one beer, but it doesn't sound one of those chugging, like a nice after dinner beer or something.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot going on there. Does it make you throat like all phlegmy?
Hold on. No.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's not sweet. It's pretty good. All right, let's get into some action here from
Jackson.
this past Sunday. Tim, I'm doing this, just out of the blue rewatch of Raw. Or just wrestling in general. I remember I told you I started from like WrestleMania 17, and I just kept on watching. I'm up to the Bischoff HLA time frame. Do you remember what it meant? Yes.
HLA?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
Hot.
I'm drawing a blank. Hot? Lady ass?
Lesbian action.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
So
I'll have to go back and watch it myself.
Yeah, it's from it's like the summer of 2002. Lesnar, Undertaker, that Stacy Keibler, and by the way, I'm so sorry that I'm going off on this wrestling thing real quick, but I just realized who Umaga was before he was Umaga. Back then I had no clue. I was like, man, is that Umaga? The 3 minutes thing?
Yep.
All right. So let me. I'm just sharing out to Pop Culture Pros, all that good stuff, Cine Sports Talk. All right. So before we get started, popculturepros.com. We did a giveaway the other day for a virtual screening. We have another one coming up in just a couple of days, and they're going to be coming more Fast and Furious that way. And so that means, Tim, to my sister, everybody, my brother. Anybody in the world could win this contest. So I fully expect everybody from New York to Los Angeles to get in on this. I would love for it to continue this way because I'd rather be at home screening these movies early instead of going to a theater. No matter if there was coronavirus or not. Just the drive down to Miami, up to West Palm. It's just if they were all right here at Sawgrass, that'd be great.
Are you comfortable going to a theater yet?
I am most certainly not.
I'm with you. Me too.
My
father and I had that conversation today. No go.
Tim, you went, right?
I went to see Empire Strikes Back.
How was the experience?
It was odd.
You got coronavirus, right?
It was like a ghost town. It's like there was me, Ed, and another friend of ours went. We were every other seat. He bought every other seat, and then we still spread out. We had our own row. There was 2 people in front of us, maybe 6 people behind us total, all spread out. You can't pay with cash. You got hand sanitizer every have to pay with card. Everything. There's no touching anything. I mean, it was freaky. But someone like me who wants people to shut the fuck up in the movie theater, it was pretty awesome. And people cheering and screaming. So I shut up. I want to watch the movie. I was gonna
say I would love to go to a theater like that, but then during the holy shit moments of Avengers and Star Wars, you don't get the crowd, cheering, but some people don't like it. And then I used to like in those comedies where it would be so hilariously funny that you missed the next line because everybody was laughing. But I
for me it was like I don't mind I'm in the Avengers, when the big reveal at the end when Captain America picked up the Thor's hammer, everyone went crazy. That I like.
Yeah, that gives you chills.
That gives you chills and goosebumps. But when you've seen Empire Strikes Back 15,000 times, like I have, and he says, "I am your father," I don't want to hear. Oh, it's like, dude, you're all here. Shut up.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, come on already. But I would rather stay home also at this point. But I am one of those guys. I love the movie theater going experience.
Yeah, because it's an event, it's an outing and whatnot. Panache, I got Jason Sehorn.
Ooh, old school
this week. I went old school this week in support of our tremendous defense this year. All right,
and all our orthopedic surgeons out there.
His career was ruined by, hey, I could return a punt.
Stupid.
I was at the bobble interception game against the Eagles in the playoffs.
Great game.
I was at that game.
I was not.
One of the best interceptions ever. I said, "Hey, I can return
amazing.
a punt. Let me return a punt." All right, go ahead. Done.
We sat in front of a bunch of Eagle fans, and one of them had the Eagles thing with the beak, and
You punched the beak, didn't you?
everybody close your children's ears. The whole game, I just kept going,
Your
"Oh,
mom.
hey, Dick Nose! You saw that? We're beating you, Dick Nose!" I called him Dick Nose the whole game. After a while, he stopped looking at me because I think he was
That's
like,
of course, yeah.
"Yeah."
All right, let's get to some New York Giants football here, and then we'll talk about last week's game, upcoming game this week against the Eagles, and then we'll go into our world famous picks. But first, as always, let me hand it over to Timmy. What did you like? What didn't you like about the victory? That's the only difference on in the opening about the victory.
Yeah,
this past Sunday.
Well, obviously, the defense again. I mean, I don't understand why they're as good as they are. I mean, they have some talented guys, but you didn't think they were going to be this good. Nobody thought they were going to be as good as they are. 5 turnovers. Absolutely love 5 turnovers. Giants offense. So I'm going to steal your line, boss. 0. Not 1 turnover.
Amazing.
No mistakes by Danny Dimes. He was patient. He was calm. He showed some balls. Of course, he only had 184 yards passing. Why can't he break the 200-yard mark? I don't know. Oh, that's right, because he doesn't have the receivers to break 200 yards. But Ingram made some great plays. He also made some dumb plays.
Yep.
He's like a 50-50 guy, man. He'll make a phenomenal play, and then the next one he'll drop a ball that was almost intercepted, and you want to punch him in his face. But now I liked what I saw. I mean, we did give up 365 yards passing to a guy with 1 leg. But, I mean, what are you going to do? We still won the game. Like I said, 5 turnovers. They capitalized on a couple of them. They tried to lose in the end, but no, they wouldn't do it. Came up with a big interception. It was a good win. It was an enjoyable win.
Yeah, it was definitely an enjoyable game. So like we said at the forefront, can we play the Washington football team every week, please? So I named this this episode. I named it First Place or First Pick. Well, Keith, let me. I know I'm lagging a little bit here, but Keith, what is your thought process moving forward? And obviously we have to go one game at a time. And Tim, real quick to what you were saying before about Danny Dimes. No mistakes. That now thrusts Mr. Wentz into the longest streak with a turnover. Thank God we got rid of that thing. All right, but Keith, winning, do you want to win this week or do you want to get a better pick next year?
Before I answer that, I want to say something, and it's in 10 parts. Let me break it out this way. No. Real quick to Tim's points and with the keys of the game or thoughts from last week, I agree 100%. But one thing that's troubling me is I'm starting to feel a Danny Cannell-ish type of thing. And I know there's a lot of factors, offensive line, but I'm starting to feel this Danny Cannell, 180 passing yards, quarterback with Daniel Jones, and it's freaking me out. But back to you, Farach. I with the pick, because if we go in first place, we go into the playoffs, we're not going anywhere. You know, I like wins, of course. I'm a Giants fan. I want my team to win. But globally thinking or long-term thinking, a pick would be much better suited for us now than a first place position in the division or in our division.
So, and this can go to anybody watching or you guys. How do you do that? Like, I've never been able to overcome that. Like, yes, you want your team to be in the best position go forward, but how do you sit there and watch the game and, they score a touchdown and like, yes, next year, wish we, yeah, like, how do you do that? I don't know how to do that as a fan. Is there like a how-to on that somewhere?
Well, no, of course.
Who should we go to?
And I'll answer that real quick from my position is I want to see them win every week.
Right.
I mean, if we won every game for the rest of the year, I would not be upset. Trust me. I'm just saying, like, if I had to pick an outcome, that would be my outcome. But game by game, watching the game, no, heck no. I want to win every game. I want to kick ass. I want to keep getting turnovers, and I want Danny Dimes to wake up and start throwing some touchdowns. But furthermore, I want the offensive line to block him so he can throw those touchdowns. So yeah, I'm going to nitpick and be annoyed every week, and I'm going to want to win every week. I'm talking more like the end result. Which would I prefer if I had the choice? It's the pick. So I can't turn it off.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm not the one having trouble with this. Like if the Eagles get out to a 21-0 lead, I'm going to be super, super pissed. We're going to be cursing up a storm in our chat. But then in the end, you're like, at the end of the game, are you that type of a person where if somebody tries to rub it in, like, so an Eagles fan would be like, well, I wouldn't want to win that game anyway. We're trying to get a pick. It's just it's a weird situation as a fan. And
I never
Anthony,
not
yeah,
want to
for
win
sure,
a game.
of course. But like after the fact, somebody's like, ha ha, you lost. I'm like, okay, well, as much as it hurt to lose, screw you. I didn't want to win the game anyway.
But no, let me make a point on that though.
Yeah,
my
please.
point is, if the Eagles, the Cowboys, whoever had, 8 wins already, 9 wins already, we only had 2, then I could say, all right, let's go for that pick maybe. But because we can win the freaking division, and because it's so close, and because we're only going to have 7 wins to win a division and make the playoffs, I say go for the wins. Because you're not only going to get in the playoffs and give a big FU to everybody, because you can upset. You never know what's going to happen when you hit the playoffs. You never know
NFL, especially every year there's that team.
So not only will you win a division, of course it's a shitty division, I get that. Not only will you make the playoffs, but you're still going to get a top 10 draft pick because the division sucks so bad. Now, if there was an 8-win team, a 9-win team, if the Dallas or Eagles already ran away with it, like the Steelers division, I'd be like, okay, let's get some couple losses, get a top 3 pick, top 4 pick. But right now, 7 wins, Tots is still a top 10 pick. So you're telling me we can get a division, a playoff appearance, and a top 10 pick all in one time? I like those odds. I say go for the wins.
High level.
Such a weird season.
It is.
It is.
High level. It's basically how I see it. Right. Every week, like I said, I'm in there. I want to win every week. But outcome, right? Do you want to be, I won the division and lost in the first round, or I didn't win the division and I got a 3rd round pick or 4th round pick? I am not going to root for a 3rd or 4th round pick week by week. But if we can fast forward to the end and you gave me a choice of one or the other, I would take the pick. I'd take a 4th round.
Wait. When you say
4 pick, sorry, I said
okay.
Pick over like a number 8 or 9 pick.
Right.
So
okay. I just want to clear that up.
But listen, if we won the division and we got a number 9 pick, I know I kept saying wrong. My apologies. And we got a number 9 pick, I would not be upset either. But if I had the choice to pick between the two, mine is the higher pick.
And Panacci brings up a good point. And if I'm butchering your name, just let me know. But it just feels that way. Brings up a good point. Part of the rebuild process is to learn how to win. And so, in a season where there's zero pressure, and now there's obviously there was more pressure on Dallas and Philadelphia to come in and win the division as they were expected to, one or the other. Dallas was expected to win 12, 13 games.
Sorry.
Expectations, reality.
Sorry.
Well, one thing Panacci said a while back, I don't think we put it up. He asked about the Giants locker room, what they think of judging them. And again, I don't know if you guys are in New York. I know these guys aren't in Florida. But I am in New York. I don't know if you guys are. Everything I have heard is nothing but positive coming out of the locker room. They love Judge. They love his system. The kind of guys they want to run through a wall for the guy, and that's what you need. You want these kind of guys who are going to buy into it. But they've said we just haven't played good enough, But everyone, as far as I know, no one has said a bad thing about him yet.
I think they had a little segment on the Monday night game against Tampa about Judge, and they showed him. We mentioned this countless times, but him doing the fumble, the mud and the fumble thing, and yeah. Oh, look, Panacci, you're killing the name spot on. That's rare. It's a rare thing. It's a rare thing. Oh, you're down here in Florida. Very cool. All right, so
I feel like his name should be like on the back of a Mets jersey, like as a catcher or something. Hopefully, you're a Met fan.
No, we need a catcher. All right, but that's another show. So a couple of things. Andrew Thomas starting to play a little bit better. They talked about how they didn't go into great detail. So if anybody out there has any more detail on it, or you guys, but they said that he went back to his college routine. Oh, Panacci, Mets all day. Sorry, now I got to plug it. There's we do another show that we're bringing back next week. It's called the Put It in the Book Show. If you or maybe I'll just shoot it over to you. Join that group also. Put it in the book show. We'll be back next week.
Check it out. And for you Yankee
I'm
fans,
not on that one.
There's the Empire One show. If you're a Yankee fan, check them out. That's led by Tim and Ed, right? They're
Tim
awesome.
and Eddie.
They kill it.
Ease.
Not as good as us, but they're almost there. It's just that we're Mets, so we have that edge. But,
What?
I said we're the Mets, so we have that edge.
I won't fall for that.
What?
What?
Yeah, so they basically just said that he went back to his routine from college. I don't know why he got away from it. Was it trying something different? But I mean, at that pick and that talent, why do you need to try something different?
Well, that's the NFL coaches. They're going
Right.
to put you onto their schedule, onto what they want you to do, and sometimes guys don't respond to that.
Right, and so they said screw it. Patrick Graham said screw it. Just or not Patrick Graham. Clapper.
Yeah, and again, up until the fourth quarter, the offensive line was they were mixing and matching. They were moving around. They did a great job for that. I mean, the fourth quarter again was a little sketchy on both sides of the ball, like it seems to always be. But I thought this is probably the best the offensive line played all year, maybe.
Fact. Yep.
You know what? Let me just say, not to take away from our offensive line. I am not going to take away from our offensive line by their performance. That if there is one thing that Washington has, it's a good defensive line.
Yes.
So
he held his own against Chase.
Very much so.
Right. So the fact that they perform,
I was kind of scared of that.
You can't say it's the Redskins. Now you can say that for the receivers. Maybe you can say that for the defense. But even though defense has been consistent, but I'm just making my point that the offensive line's performance is not a fluke that they perform well in this game. So maybe they're gelling, maybe they're coming together. Who knows? Maybe it's a thing of the future. Maybe they're falling into the
chef of the future.
Chef of the future. Maybe they're so good they just put the system in play and they set it and forget it. All right, bad joke. Sorry.
What's up, Raul? It doesn't matter what show we got going on. Raul's here. Raul's watching.
Raul, what's up?
Raul's getting a T-shirt soon. I'm gonna make him one of these.
Uh-huh.
We have to start making our other show shirts, man. I'm ready.
I want one of those shirts, bro.
Definitely happening.
I'll cash out money. I gotta send you money too for those bags. So
no
bags. All right. So I mean that was it. We broke another Redskin quarterback's leg.
We do that a lot.
Yeah, right. We did. Well, he. What did it turn out to be? Just dislocated ankle, right?
yeah, it wasn't quite the LT-ish type of.
Oof.
Yeah. Which actually ended. Oh my God!
Sure did.
What's his name's career? Oh my God.
Joe Theismann, yeah.
Joe Theismann, yeah.
We turned him into Vinny Testaverde.
Not to stray too much, but real quick, just to tell you the sportsmanship of LT. He's got this reputation of being crazy, drugs, and all. and a mean dude. And yes, on the field he was mean, but the minute he saw that what happened to Joe, he was really upset. He wants to hurt you, not break you.
Yeah.
LT all time great. Got a shout out to him real quick.
This should be Studio 56 for the Giants show.
We can do that.
It.
Done. Look. Bam. Done.
I like it.
I will not name mine Studio 11. I'll have to figure out, and definitely not Studio 21 either.
How about 26? 31?
No, I might do like Carl Banks. I got to figure out his number. I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
97?
Or 82.
7?
Could be Studio 82. I'm good with that too.
A little shocky?
A little shocking.
80?
Studio 81. Anyway.
Tuma? It's not a Tuma.
It's not the Tuma.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, we get that victory against Washington, and now you turn around, you look at the standings and what could be. So let's jump into a little bit of a preview of the Giants and Eagles come Sunday. We won't pick the score or the winner. We'll save that for the picks. But I just want to go through some of the storylines that they're talking about, overall. So here's an interesting factoid that we probably don't even need to know. We felt it. So during the first 6 games, the Giants passed 300 total yards of offense one time, and that was against the lowly Dallas Cowgirls of Dallas. And since then, since the first 6 games, they've done it 3 straight weeks. So obviously, an uptick in the offense. Defenses continue to play well. You bring those two together, and obviously you're gonna find a way to win some games, right? The issue is that this week, the Eagles, as bad as their secondary is, their overall pass defense is pretty damn good. They rank 4th in the NFL in pass defense. So, they got to come up with some schemes to keep DJ safe. And so they enter the game, like I said, 4th in the NFL, 209 yards allowed per game, which would be on par with what Daniel Jones is doing. They've allowed 13 passing touchdowns. It's tied for the 9th best in the league. Now, the last game that they played was against Ben DiNucci of Dallas, and DiNucci felt the same thing. 21 of 40, 180 yards, and 4 sacks. And the Eagles are 3rd in the NFL with 28 sacks. The ground game has gotten going. That's a sign of the offensive line. To Timmy's point a little bit earlier, starting to get it going. Different schemes.
4 straight games of 100 yards or more, I think.
Right.
4 or 5.
And before that, it was the Danny Dimes show. He still leads the team number of weeks.
And they
rushing.
held the Redskins to 37 yards rushing. I mean, they gave up a lot of passing, but only 1 touchdown. Remember that too.
Right.
And only 37 yards rushing, which is outstanding. Thank you,
Panacci echoes your sentiment. So and then I mean this could be a surprise too. And then you cannot make Giants fans happy on Facebook. Just can't do it. Somebody shared something about Daniel Jones, for rushing quarterback. Now think about Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray. He is the most efficient runner. That 80 yard run helped a little bit, but he's 8 yards per carry. That's pretty damn good. Would have liked to see him finish that. They're spreading the ball around a little bit more. And Sterling Shepard is playing very well, by the way. And the games that he's played, he gets a ton of targets. Catches are there now. Just gotta, hopeful that he stays healthy,
which is a problem. Has been a problem.
That's the problem. And maybe he takes whatever Evan Ingram has taken this year. Maybe he's doing the Babe Ruth routine. Red meat and whiskey.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yes.
And
cigars. Keith. So what is your one? The Giants have to do one thing to get this victory come Sunday. What is that one thing?
we need to build a scheme where we can really understand or defeat the pass defense of the Eagles. If we could somehow figure a way to open up the pass game, it'll open up the rush game. We'll score some points. I'm not so worried about the defense. Eagles are suffering a little bit, but if we can build a scheme, whether it's short passes, long passes, Jason Garrett, you're the professional out there, buddy. Figure it out. How do we break apart that secondary defense to open up our rushing game? And then really, obviously, give us two sides of the offense to attack with and score and hopefully win.
When did you become buddies with Jason Garrett?
Last
When did you get to know him?
It was last week. I was watching him on the TV, and he's kind of cute.
On the TV program?
The TV program. I was watching the program there. Jake and the fat guy.
Oh boy! And so I'm gonna lead Tim on this one because it's something that we've always we talk about it all the time. Tight ends. The Eagles love Goddard and I mean they have like 7 tight ends on the team. So it is a focal point. The wide receivers are not great. Carson Wentz is, I mean, no way to say it. He can be rattled. He turns the ball over a lot, and he's been in the league for 4 years now. You would have thought that would have kind of slowed down a little bit, but no. Right? Well, I mean, he didn't even win the Super Bowl. So my takeaway is you got to stop the tight end. And we talked about this last week, Raul. The RPO has been working really well for Daniel Jones and this offense. When you come up with different schemes at the line, pushing guys off unexpectedly, and you go to hand the ball off and you just take off. I agree. What do you guys think on that?
Well, RPO fine, but they should stop with the trick plays because they don't work. Stop with this flea flicker nonsense. It doesn't work.
The one worked. It wasn't a flea flicker, but it was Jones took off.
The reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
was
not
it
a flea flicker, though. Remember the flea flicker against the first time we used it? They still had guys in the backfield.
That's a nightmare.
And then last week they tried it again, and the guy got demolished. Let's stop at the trick plays. RPO, absolutely. They should definitely put a few more in there. But I don't want the guy running as much as he's been running. I understand it's part of his game. But real quick, I'm just going to say this. I think this, everyone calls trap games. I think this is a trap game for them. Like you said, they do have a great secondary. But we don't throw over 200 yards, 200 yards a game, 300 yards a game. I think this game is going to be suited perfectly for Daniel Jones and Jason Garrett to do something, again, short, quick passes. And then, once the Eagles pull up on that, you're going to hit Slayton, you're going to hit Shepard, you're going to hit Ingram, deep or not. And I think we could very easily win this game. I think on the schedule in the beginning of the year, I picked to lose this game. I'm changing that. I'm changing that this week.
Tis changed.
It's changing just because I'm not impressed at all with the Eagles. At all.
Screw the Eagles.
I think when they're running option plays and they're trying to fake a run, Danny Jones needs to do a better job at selling it. I was watching him. He don't sell it too well sometimes. But I also agree with Tim. The trick plays are good when they're pulled out of your hat surprisingly and happen once or twice a year in an unusual circumstance. When you're doing it too often, they're going to start expecting it.
We don't have a line for the flea flicker. We don't have a line for that.
Yeah, we don't.
A reverse maybe, but a flea flicker, no.
Yeah, I agree.
See, like a reverse is all about drawing attention over one way and then going the other way. The flea flicker is they're coming at you no matter what, and they're coming full force.
Always in the backfield, so don't do it.
All right, let's jump into our picks here, and then we'll tidy up a little bit at the end here. So last week, I think I might have made some headway, Timmy. I think I finally made a little bit of headway. I only lost the Dolphins Cardinals game. I picked the Cardinals, and I picked the Seahawks over the Bills. I'm looking at you had you wound up with the Vikings. Okay, so I picked up 2 games on you.
I didn't see my record for last week, but I thought I did good.
Let me check you out, Keith.
Finally, I've been having.
Wait, hold on. Stand up. Let me check you out.
The Bills game and the what was the difference?
Yeah, I've been having a tough year. Last year,
you had okay.
We both lost the Dolphins game, right?
Yes, and then so we both lost the Seahawks and the Dolphins game, and then you had the Chargers, and you had the
Raiders screwed me. Yeah, the Raiders screwed me.
Yes, I mean the Chargers did it again.
Yeah,
they did. How the hell? Oh my God! What? Those poor fans, man. I mean, I feel for us, but man, Keith had a hell of a week. 12-2, baby. You lost the Chargers game, and you lost the Saints game. And I lost the Cardinals and Seahawks. Rodriguez, the 49ers, the Colts, the Chargers, and the Cardinals. So he goes 10-4. Good. I mean, good weeks for all of us. I'll get those all posted up in just a bit right after the show. But let's get into our picks for the week. And I'm gonna pull up this bad boy here so we get the little spreads here. Our picks of the week. This is becoming world famous, guys.
Did you see? I know I'm jumping ahead, but did you see I wrote Steelers for now?
Yes.
Because we don't know who's playing. We don't know who's playing yet.
What not.
How are we gonna pick? We don't know who's playing.
Yeah, I thought Ben was out.
Well, he
could make it.
Yeah, that was my. It was the tight end that got it, that tested positive, and then so the rest was all precautionary.
High risk.
Yeah.
Right. I might have to change my pick if he's playing. I'm just gonna give a heads up.
Well, yeah,
I'll let you know before game time because
I'll allow it.
I picked non-Steelers based off.
Don't give away your picks. Spoiler alert! Jeez. Let me get this bad boy up here.
I got the Titans.
The Titans. Oh, but no, we'll do the picks and then I'll do this. All right, first up, coming up in about an hour and a half, we have the first game of the week, Week 10. By the way, Week 10 already. Jeez, it's like we were just waiting for football to come back. It's a interesting matchup, good matchup, great defense, great offense versus a great offense. Colts and Titans. The Colts 5-3, Titans are 6-2, and the Colts are favored in Tennessee.
Wow,
by 1. Yeah. I don't see that, but we'll start off with my Keithy.
I'm going with my boy Ryan Tannehill for the win.
For DW goes to the guy named Tannehill. Timmy.
I am also going with the Titans. I think the addition of Desmond King when they robbed the Chargers for a 6th-round pick for Desmond King was a phenomenal trade. I am taking the Titans to win because Phillip Rivers sucks.
This is a game that I'm definitely going to put some money on after the show. I'm going Titans here. And Keith, like Ryan Tannehill these days is showing that it's okay to be a guy who passes for 200 yards a game and they can still be victorious. Obviously, that the system will dictate that. All right, let's go into our Sunday games. The first one, Texans and Browns, 2-6. Texans head to the 5-3 Browns, just coming off the bye week. The Browns are 3-point favorites in this one. Timmy, who you got in this one?
Because they're coming off the bye, and because they are home, I am going with Doo-Doo. I'm going to Doo-Doo
Brown.
This was a flip a coin for me game, though. Because I still like the Texans' defense. But I'm going to go Doo-Doo.
Keith?
I got the Cleveland Steamers.
I don't know if it's the hatred in my heart or the stupidity in my brain, but I'm going to Texans on this one.
You hate Baker Mayfield. You just hate Baker
Mayfield. I hate him. I can't stand the guy.
You and
I don't
Terry
know.
Bradshaw hate Baker Mayfield.
Man, Raul says Derrick Henry is going to have another big game. I mean, it seems like it's just every week. Panacci, we are in South Florida. We're in Broward County. Broward County. All right, next up, just an amazing game to watch. This is going to be filled with joy and laughter. The Washington football team heads to Detroit, Rock City, to play the Lions. The Lions are 4.5-point favorite here, and this is like, who the hell knows what the hell's going to happen here? Keith, who you got in this one?
I went with the Lions. I think Stafford's going to pick them apart. They're at home. It's almost a pick 'em game, I think.
Feels that way, right?
It does, but I'm going with the Lions. I think the Lions are going to step up and take out the Redskins and push us a little closer to first place.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm going with the Lions also. The Adrian Peterson-led Lions. All right. Timmy goes with the Lions also.
That guy don't never disappear, Adrian Peterson.
All right? He's never going away. He's going to be playing when he's 60. He's the opposite of the guy who used to play for Detroit. You know what's not a pick'em game, Keith? The next game that we're going to talk about. The Jags, the 1-7 Jags head to Green Bay, Lambeau, to play the Pack. What do you guys think the line is on this one? I only say it in the big
13
big
and
lines.
a half.
13 and a half.
9.5.
Yeah, Keith is looking at the damn thing right now.
No, I didn't look. I just said that.
Don't lie to me, you son of a...
Look.
No, you're looking on your computer. 13 and a half is the line. Oh, no, I love that. All right, so yeah, 13 and a half. Are we all going with the Packers here? I don't think there's any surprise.
No, I think the Packers are going to win. Yes, I'm going to Packers.
All right, the Bucks, who looked like utter and complete white-hot garbage against the Saints, looked to right the ship against the Bucks ship Pirates. Huh?
Oh, the Bucks
against
like
the Panthers.
But I'm from.
If Keith made that joke, we would all laugh at that because he's so funny and sweet. All right, they head to Carolina to play the Panthers. Tampa's a 5.5-point favorite. I'm going with the revenge game here. Not a revenge against the Panthers, but just to come bounce back. I'm going with the Bucks here. Keith?
Same reason why the Saints won is the same reason why the Bucks are going to win. They're going to be looking for some vengeance, and they're going to be a little ticked off. They're a good team. Panthers are not. Let's go Bucks on this one.
Yep. Timmy?
Same. For the same reason, even though I think Bruce Arians sucks as a head coach, I think he's a better defensive coordinator than a head coach. But yeah, I like the Bucks.
The
Oh, wait,
Bucks.
real quick, can I say something real quick too? Speaking of
course.
jokes, my father, may he rest in peace, his favorite joke of all time. You want to know his favorite joke was? Kid comes to a house on Halloween. Woman opens the door. She goes, "Oh, look, you're dressed as a pirate." He says, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, where's all your Buccaneers?" He goes, "Under my bucking hat." Done. Greatest joke in the world. He would laugh at that joke anytime you told him that joke. It's like a little kid joke. So
It's
I had to
great.
tell it real quick. There's your Buccaneers under my bucking hat. That's it.
For
Move on.
Buck's sake.
All right. I was gonna go here, but I can't. No. Okay. Let me get back to this. All right. Broncos and the Raiders are the next matchup here. Raiders a 4.5-point favorite. It is in Vegas. I'm going with the Raiders. I just think they're a better team overall than the Broncos, and the better team typically wins, even though any given Sunday. Keith?
Yeah, I got the Raiders home team. They're a better team. You know
Thanks.
what?
I said the Raiders, they're a better team, and
Yeah, I was agreeing
then
with
you
you.
said Raiders. I know. I
So
said
they're the
thank
home
you.
Team, they're the better team.
Say you're welcome.
No.
Fine. Timmy, who you got in this one?
I'm going with the Raiders. I think they're a better team. And the Death Star at home.
The Death Star. Right. Moving right along. Interest for those of you fans down here in South Florida. The Chargers of make it anyway and I'll lose the game. Head down here to Miami to play the Dolphins, who are coming up a big, very strong victory against the Cardinals. They are 2-point favorites. You see, Vegas is not believing in the Dolphins just yet. I think I am starting to believe in these Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Dolphins here. I mean, the Chargers just find a way to lose, so it doesn't really matter what the Dolphins do. First time all year picking the Dolphins.
Well, I've picked the Dolphins pretty consistent. I
Because you're a
believe in
Dolphin
them.
fan.
I do like the Dolphins. I'm not going to lie. I'm a Giant fan, but I like the Dolphins. And I think they have a solid defense and a capable offense. I don't know, Tua, we'll see. I'm not sold on him yet. He's a rook. But I think the defense gets the win because the Chargers are not capable. So, Dolphins.
Agreed with that. Timmy.
Well, this is my jinx team, so you might want to wait on those picks real quick. But I am not picking the jinx team. I am picking the Fins, to win this game. First time I think all year I picked them also.
Yeah. No, it's 2020.
Squish the
all
fish.
right.
Squish the fish.
Next, that was actually the second of the 4:00 games. The Broncos Raiders 4:00 also. Really good game. The Bills had cross country to play the Cardinals. 7-2 Buffalo. Quarterback looked amazing last week. Cardinals 5-3. Kyler Murray, I need you. Fantasy team, you're my quarterback. The Cardinals are 2.5-point favorite here. I am going to let Timmy pick first.
See that guy? He's wearing
I
a
do.
Dolphin shirt.
Wow.
That's my cousin's dog. That's my cousin's dog.
Wait, is he
Corso, Dolphin fan.
wow.
His name is Nico. He's an absolute beast, but he's like the sweetest thing on the entire planet. That's why I'm going with the Dolphins this week for Nico. This game, yeah, the Bills made a fool of me last week. I'm sure Sam liked that. This is a rough game for me. This is a very, very rough game. But I think Josh Allen's grandma had a big hand in that win last week. I'm going to have to go with the Cardinals on a bounce-back game because they lost to the Dolphins, and that's not going to stand 2 weeks in a row.
No. I'm going to go with the Cardinals also. I've been saying all year, I do like what the Cardinals put together as far as their teams. I like Kyler Murray's doing his thing. He's this little guy at quarterback, like a Drew Brees type, much younger Drew Brees. And he makes really good decisions out there. And who has more rushing yards? Which quarterback?
Dale Jones.
No. Which quarterback in this game? Yeah, in this game.
I think Allen does, doesn't
Josh Allen.
No, I mean in this game, who's going to have the most rushing yards?
Who's going to have more? Murray.
That's something to watch.
Murray.
Yeah, Murray also.
Definitely.
All right, Keith, who you got in this game?
I went ahead and picked the Bills. I think a little bit opposite of you guys. I think their game against the Dolphins may have exposed some weaknesses, and I think the Bills are going to capitalize. And I think it's going to take another week or two for the Cardinals to button things up. They'll still be in there, but this particular week, I think the Bills are strong. Their defense is swarming. Josh Allen's looking sharp. Taking the Buffalo Bills of New York.
Your eyes are swarming.
Toronto.
You know what else they did? You know what else the Cardinals exposed last week? My money they exposed.
Degenerate.
I'm a degenerate. All right. All right. Next up, we have a big division game. The Seahawks, who have struggled lately, their defense is just playing like utter shit. They go against the Rams team, who can put up points. Rams coming off their bye. Seahawks 6-2, Rams 5-3, and also the Cardinals are also 5-3. So depending on how things shake out, if the Cardinals and the Rams both win, that division gets even more interesting out there. Rams, Seahawks. The Rams are 1.5-point favorites here. It is in Los Angeles. Who you got, Timmy?
This was the hardest game of the week. But I picked the Seahawks just to bounce back from that absolutely humiliating win last week. Only reason. But this is the game I'm flipping a coin again. This was the hard one.
They have. I mean,
I'm going
they
to stick
have
with
to.
the Seahawks.
They have to play better than they did last week, right? I mean,
Russell Wilson's thrown like 6 interceptions the last 2 weeks, so I don't know what's going on with
and
him.
he's lost a lot of MVP votes. You know that
So,
I mean, there's one storyline out there. It's MVP votes for Russell Wilson, and he's losing them week by week.
And the Rams are off the bye and at home. This is a rough one, but I'm not going to change it. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
Keith,
I too picked the Seahawks. I think maybe because I'm a Giants fan, that the Rams are going to have a hard time coming off a bye week. But that's what us Giants do. So I just kind of paint the big picture with that. I also
bye weeks and primetime games.
Yeah, I also think the Seahawks are due for a little bit of a comeback. I don't think Wilson's a fluke. I think he's just having a bad stretch, and I think he's going to come back strong in a bit of a rivalry match here. So let's go Seahawks.
yeah.
It's a rough one. It's a rough one.
Yeah, it's an incredibly rough one because the Seahawks offense is so good. The Rams defense is great. And when you think about, obviously the premier matchup is Donald and Russell Wilson, what's going to happen with that? The thing when you think about it, Russell Wilson, Donald can get to you in a hurry, or you can wait for a play to break down and then just swarm you. Russell Wilson counts on plays breaking down and escapability and being able to maneuver left, right, or a dump off pass here and there. This is the toughest matchup of the week, and I'm gonna go with the Rams. I'm gonna go with the defense. That is probably the sole reason. I mean, and they're in Los Angeles. This year I don't know how much that counts, but. Next up on the slate, the 49ers of San Fran, who are now 4-5, head to New Orleans, or Nolans, as you're supposed to say it. The 6-2 Saints. The Saints are 9.5-point favorites here. Keith, who you got in this one?
I'm going another week with the Saints. I think the Saints will come marching home. They're hot, and they're going to take this game. Let's go Saints.
You're hot. Timmy, who you got?
Come on, I was humming it. They're getting healthy. They're getting healthy now too, which is going to be dangerous. It's going to be a dangerous team. So Saints, baby.
And when you got Kamara, I mean, that's your running and passing right there. This guy can do it all.
Yep.
I'm going the Saints also. I think it'll be a relatively easy game for them. Next up, the very frisky Cincinnati Bengals, 2-5-1 against the final undefeated team in all of football, the Steelers. The Steelers, as of right now, are 7-point favorites. Now, if the 5 guys end up with COVID, that could change a little bit, but I am going with the Steelers for any number of reasons. I really like what the Bengals are doing on offense, but their defense is just a cluster. I like Burrow. I like Mixon if he's back. Their wide receiver core with some of these guys out there, AJ Green, who's trying to get himself back into it. Thought he would be traded again this year, but nothing doing there. But I'm going Steelers. Timmy.
Same.
This is a COVID game. You just don't know.
I may call you at 12:58 on Sunday and be like, what?
Switch.
Let's change that. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Yeah. Going the Steelers.
I went with the Bengals because I'm thinking they're Benless, and I'm thinking the Bengals are due for a big game, and Steelers are due for a loss. But again, same like Tim, I may call you last minute depending on who's available to play or not.
Yeah, it's a late game, so the inactives will be announced at 3:30. But the COVID things are usually known like in the morning because you're not going to just 3:30 comes along and I'm active. I no longer have COVID concerns.
Right.
All right, Sunday night game of the week used to be a good matchup. This year, it is the Ravens against the Patriots. 6-2 Ravens, 3-5 Patriots. Patriots barely snuck by the Jets on Monday night. 7-point favorites are the Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens. The Patriots have nothing. I mean, I know a lot of people are faulting Cam Newton on this. Yeah, the guy's coming off some COVID stuff. We talked about this a few weeks ago. We don't know how that impacts these athletes moving forward, but they just don't have anybody on offense. They have Rex Burkhead, and that's it. The wide receiver core is who are they? The bunch of undrafted wide receivers. Keith, who you got in this one?
I went ahead and picked the Ravens.
You sure did.
It is what it is. Patriots got no chance. Sorry, guys.
No chance. Timmy.
Same. Ravens. Like you said, they got nobody. And Cam, I'm sorry to say, but I thought he was done 2 years ago. I think he's just a shell of what he used to be. So bringing him in ain't gonna do nothing.
I thought he would have had a second shot. I thought he had something left in him, but I was wrong.
He played well.
I thought he was
in a couple
2 years ago. That's just me. I was like,
Yeah.
he ain't going to come back in because you can hit that many times. And he got destroyed because, he did too much running. And then he's like, I got to be a pocket passer now. Guess what? You're not a good pocket passer all of a sudden. I don't know. Maybe it's a mental thing for him, but I don't know.
Especially
I don't
when you
see
don't
him
have the
bouncing back.
receivers. Especially when you don't have the receivers.
Exactly.
He did start playing well right before the COVID thing. And then you saw when he came back, he was like throwing, ducks into the ground, 5 feet away from the receivers. But it is what it is there. Superman no longer. All right, so that's the Sunday slate. And then the Monday night game is the suddenly revitalized Minnesota Vikings because they get a certain running back who just scores at will, Mr. Dalvin Cook. Vikings and the Bears, who I've said almost week after week that they are overachieving big time, and the offense is going to catch up with them. And it's starting to happen. I mean, they were 5-2, now they're 5-4. Minnesota is a 2.5-point favorite on Monday night in Chicago against the Bears. Timmy, who you got in this one?
I agree with everything you just said, but I'm actually taking the Bears at home because they're home. Yeah, I'm just taking the Bears at home. I got no excuse. I'm just taking them at home.
Another possible pick'em game that we're choosing
it's a flip
based
a
on
coin
where it
thing.
is.
You know what? I'll go with the home team outside in the colder weather. And I mean, they still have a good defense. So yeah, I'll take them.
Yeah, for sure.
Bears.
All right, Keith, who you?
I also want the Bears. A lot of the same
Bears.
reasons. Again, I agree with everything you said, Farach, but I think the home field advantage. It is kind of a pick'em game. And usually in those type of pick'em games, I like to go with the home field team. Soldier Field is the place. It's going to be cold. They're not in a dome. I think the Bears are going to pull this one off.
It's a big difference there. You guys make great points, and I wrote down the wrong team. I'm going with the Vikings, and I could be this is one that I could just be way off because if Dalvin Cook, if the Bears can stop Dalvin Cook, this game's gonna be, like a 14-10 Bears win. If they can't stop Dalvin Cook, then Dalvin Cook could score 3 touchdowns on his own, obviously. All right, let's get back. Rewind a little bit to the Giants game. Giants Eagles. It is a 1:00 game in Jersey. How's the weather going to be up there? I saw some. It's been bad weather up there the last couple of days, right?
Yeah, I wonder if that storm's going to be
we
up
got
that
we
way.
got we got your hurricane. We got your hurricane.
Merry Christmas.
Sunday's going to be 90% rain, 63 degrees, low 45. It's going to be a
So it's going to be
nice
a
wet
running
one.
game.
It's
may
a
be
wet
better.
one. It's going
to be a running game. But like I said, hopefully Danny Jones can still figure a way to dump some passes out there and open up our running game a little bit. We'll see. I don't want them stacking the line and killing us.
All right. So Giants Eagles. Let's bring this comment from Raul up here. This is how I feel about Philadelphia. If you union the corrupt voting officials, what?
We was getting all
Phillies,
political,
Eagles,
Raul. Every team,
Flyers.
too.
It's time for the Giants to end the winning streak of the Eagles on Sunday. Giants win 20-17 at the buzzer. Damn, so specific with a 40-yard field goal.
Wow. A 40-yard field goal to win it at the end.
Heart attack city,
Raul,
guys.
If they win 2017 on a 40-yard game-winning field goal, we're going to Peter Luger's on me because that's a ridiculous call. Well, not Peter Luger's. I don't really like that play. We'll go someplace for dinner or something because that's a ridiculous call.
I hope he's right because it means a victory.
And your name will be Nostradamus.
We'll go to Norton Steakhouse.
Norton.
Norton.
Keith, who you got?
Never mind.
Who you got in this one and the score?
Another pick'em game, and if it's a pick'em game, I got to go with the home team. Furthermore, I got to go with my team. We're going to do the Giants here. Both teams are struggling at different areas. I think the Giants are coming off a little bit of a high. They're going to pull us off, and I think it's going to be a score of 24-17.
Dude, me and you are always like right there with the picks, with the score.
I know. It's like maybe
That's very cute.
It's weird.
It's a Woodside thing.
Timmy.
Yeah, I am. You beat the Redskins, you can't get too excited. But I said what the defense have done this year. They shut down rushing games. If Dimes doesn't have to throw for 300 yards, if he can make mistake-free football, just make enough passes to win this. I really like this. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win 24-20. That was my pick, and I said I think I'm liking what I'm seeing from this defense a lot.
We went on the defense. I mean, at this point, we just have to do enough on offense, not make the mistakes, and like Keith, you said multiple weeks, right? So, well, it's twofold. The not making the mistakes helps the turnover game, and also helps our time possession game, which Keith, you spoke about a couple weeks back. So, I mean, it helps twofold. So I, too, am going with the New York Football Giants, and I'm going with a squeaker. And it's just going to be heart attack, central. Come Sunday, I'm going to tell the rest of the family, go out in the pool. I'm going to be inside drinking and cursing. I have the Giants 17, the Eagles 14.
Wow.
In this one, I adjusted the score down a little bit after I heard the forecast. But I had it 21-17. I just dropped it down just a little bit. All right. So that is our world famous picks. What is that? Oh, nice. I could use that right now. I don't know if you saw me going back and forth.
That's crap.
I do want to give a little.
5 of them for $4.
Holy! Send me the link.
Seriously.
I'm in.
Bear Claw ones too, and they're good.
Nobody scratches the back better than Keith. All right, so I do want to give a shout out to, and you've probably seen him in our Pop Culture Pros group on Facebook. He's been a huge supporter. He lives down in the area a little bit further north, but he has a detailing company. It's a mobile detailing company. It's called Junior's Mobile Detailing. They service West Palm. They service Delray, Wellington, Boca, Palm Beach, Boynton, and Lake Worth. So really what they do is, they come out to you. They've taken really nice professional videos the last couple of times out. The last car I joked around that they got to clean the Batmobile. It looked phenomenal. They come out to you. They make sure that they have a mask on. They have the gloves at all times. They keep their 6 feet social distancing. So that's pretty important these days when we talk about businesses. On Instagram, it's juniors. It's JRS_mobile_detailing. And the phone number for them, if you want to get an appointment on the books, is 561-503-1982. I'll share this a little bit later. 561-503-1982. 1982. Jason Rondon is the owner. They do a phenomenal job as far as I can see, the videos and whatnot. They're just too far north for me. I would love for them to come clean the car, but just too far north for me. Give them a shout out. All right, gents. That'll about wrap it up for us. Any closing remarks? It was weird being on the bottom. Tim, any closing remarks?
No. Can be a good game. This is the first time I think I've been like really confident. So I hope they don't make a fool of me. So go Big Blue. Philly sucks. Cover Zach Ertz and we should be okay.
Yeah, but let's go Giants. Brian Hum sucks.
One of the tight end, one of the 73 million tight ends.
Brian Hum sucks. Let's go Giants. And I'm gonna go eat dinner now.
What are you gonna have?
I'll tell you offline.
Ooh.
And you did a really good job of being a bottom today. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that too. It was first time, a little scared of it.
Long time.
You guys love that. You guys love that upper left corner, man. I don't care whatever.
All right. My closing remarks. Head over to popculturepros.com. Check out all the goodness that is on there. Follow us along all social media. Time is changing. Let's go Mets. George says, I like the Giants this Sunday.
All right,
check back on YouTube. It is Pop Culture Pros. Just search it up there, or go to the website popculturepros.com. Up in the top right hand corner, depending on if you're on the mobile or not. All the links. There you go. All the links for the social media is there. You can watch all the past shows. Just Too Sweet, the Jader and Kyle show. We Stomped You Out. 4 quarters. What? There should be a what in between everything that I'm saying. We got to get that sound effect. And then soon to be, we have some new shows coming. They're on the books. We're ready to go soon. Coming soon. All right, so we'll talk to you guys next week. Until then, let's go Giants.
And let's go Uncle Steve Cohen.
We are in the division, guys. We are in this race, baby. So weird. All right, we'll talk to you guys next week. Later.